Hello and welcome to Throwback Thursday, a segment where I will be going back to the older games in my collection, the ones that I've enjoyed and cared about and kept on my hard drive for years and years, and I will share them with you, and so you might learn to care about them too, or you could find somebody else that cares about the old games that nobody you know has ever heard of. So I think it should be fun. This week we'll be covering Star Trek Bridge Commander. Star Trek Bridge Commander was a game that was released quite a long time ago, and it always kind of fascinated me as a kid. I remember seeing the box art in the store and just like being fascinated that I could be captain of, well, what I thought was the Enterprise, which actually it's not. It's another ship which is the same class. But there's a lot of cool Star Trek references throughout the game, so we're going to get started here. I'll do a mission from the single player, and then we'll goof around with the quick battle. But I apologize for the low resolution. I did everything I could to try to get it widescreen, and it just wouldn't. This is an old game, and that's just how things have to be sometimes. Okay, so the mission we're going to do is a little bit into the game, I believe. It's Episode 3, it's basically like going through an entire season of Star Trek. The story's structured very well, and so this is kind of Episode 3, or the third mission, and we'll see if it's the one that I actually think it is.
Chief Engineer Brex's personal log, stardate 5.
You do have a crew, and they are all original characters.
We returned to Starbase 12, and Admiral Liu informed us that the entire Dauntless crew is being transferred to the Sovereign.
That's right.
Getting a Sovereign-class ship, that's a huge leap for a fourth assignment. Only Commander LaForge has had the luxury of tinkering with this design. Until now. The ship itself is wondrous, but it took me a year and a half to get the Dauntless running like I wanted. I'm just getting started with the Sovereign.
So you start out the game...
As the legendary Montgomery Scott once said, there's nothing like the impossible to bolster one's miraculous reputation.
Sorry, I let our Chief Engineer continue
the
talking there. This is as much walking around as you will ever do, which is a shame. I really thought that it was going to be an Enterprise simulator like Virtual Voyager.
Sir, we've completed the first pass of all ship essential systems. There are quite a few loose screws, as Chief Brex put it.
Loose screws, nuts, and bolts, Commander.
Incoming message from Admiral Liu. On screen.
Greetings, Captain, and congratulations on your new command.
The voice sync is not, well, I guess it's up to par for the times.
Because of your outstanding service, you and your crew have been selected to lead the investigation into the destruction of Vesuvi. You've been given command of the Sovereign to help in this task. Treat her well. The Sovereign is a fine ship, the first in her class. We refitted her after 5 years in mothballs and commissioned her for this assignment. The Sovereign was a prototype ship, fitted with an experimental shield system which failed during initial field tests.
Which is good, it
Before
puts
you begin,
confidence in us.
You'll need to take your new ship out on a shakedown cruise. It will give us an opportunity to work out any bugs in the enhanced deflector dish, upgraded sensor palettes, and her regenerative shield system. The Sovereign is equipped with more powerful quantum torpedoes, in addition to the standard photons. Use these sparingly, Captain, as Starbase 12 will be unable to resupply your quantums until a shipment arrives from Earth.
But they are
Commander Larson
powerful.
has your checklist for the shakedown. I believe you will find it an adequate test of your systems. When you've completed your cruise, return to Starbase 12. Take good care of the Sovereign, Captain. She's a lot of ship, but I'm confident you can handle her. Liu out.
I have our checklist, Captain. Running startup sequence now.
Main systems powering up, Captain.
Impulse and warp engines online.
Main deflector and sensor subsystems online.
Weapons and targeting systems online.
We are being hailed. On screen.
Sovereign, you're cleared to leave for your shakedown cruise.
Ready to leave space dock on your orders.
Okay, so what are we looking at here? This is the control system, and the bridge is
Take us
the
out,
Sovereign
Ensign.
class of the ship.
One
You start the
quarter
game
impulse.
out as
Aye,
a
aye,
Galaxy
Commander.
ship, and then
Ahead one
transfer
quarter
a
impulse.
few episodes into the game, which is nice.
We
It's
have cleared
cool.
space doors.
I mean, it's obviously a reference to the Next Generation, but it's nice to get the
Our
level
first
up.
item is testing the warp drive. We should plot a course for Savoy 1.
You are the captain, so you can talk
Your
to
orders, Captain?
every single one of your crew members here. If you talk to the engineering. Every crew member will give you a report of what's going
I'll be monitoring
on
the warp engines closely on our way to the Savoy system, Captain.
in their own department. So you can play with everything. So here's the power transmission grid, and you can kind of power or overpower select systems. But if you overpower everything, you start to go beyond what the ship is capable of. So you can play with that as you're in battles to kind of help you out, or you could just kind of leave it where it's at. I feel like everything should, run at 100, so we'll do that. Ish. Oh. And then we just click to go back, and we can, all the characters are very well designed. I think they're, like I said, they're original characters, and it's nice that they all, do the narrations sometimes.
Captain, we should warp to the Savoy system as the first item in our checklist.
Although the first officer
Your
is
orders,
a little
sir?
bit,
We should test the warp drive by going to the Savoy system.
Captain,
stepping on the gas as far as that goes. So we set course for the Savoy
laid in.
system and go to warp.
yes, sir.
You just give orders to all the crew. It's nice to have a set of characters that you actually relate to instead of just buttons on the keyboard. It's nice to actually have some interaction. There's the warp screen.
We've arrived in the Savoy system.
Just a bit shaken.
That ride was a little rough, Chief. Can you do anything about it?
I think so, Commander. It's the inertial dampeners. One of our graviton generators is operating at 20
And these guys
millipop
back
less
here,
than the
I
standard
think
IDF
that
system
the extra
output.
crew members
I'll
do
run a
walk around the
diagnostic on
back
it
of the
later to
ship
track
and
down the
have
problem.
animations, which
I'll
is a
be
nice
down
touch.
in main engineering,
Some of
bringing
them
another
just sit there and
generator
kinda
online to
wait.
compensate. The ride should be much smoother next time.
But yes, it's very Star Trek. A lot of Star Trek games are very combat oriented, and this one is, but at the same time, your missions.
Captain? We need to go to the Savoy 1 tactical testing
orders,
grounds.
sir.
Your missions are more about. Where are we going? Your missions are more about
Course
scanning
laid in.
things and
Yes, Captain.
exploration and things like that. Obviously, the overarching story is looking into the destruction of a system early on that takes place early on in the game, but it's still nice. Very Star Trek. I'm running this game with the super mod.
We've arrived at
This
Savoy
modding
1,
community for
Captain.
this game is
Are we
insane.
clear to test the tactical systems now?
There is a
Weapon
ton
systems are
of
the next item on our checklist, Lieutenant, but let's follow
there's a
procedure,
ton of
shall we?
ships and particle
Diaz,
effects mods, and the
sensors online.
community's still a
Has the
little bit
phaser
active
range
even
target been
today,
towed to
which
its
is
position?
insane to me. It's
Yes,
just
Commander.
crazy amount of
Captain,
stuff. So
we
we've
should
got the
test our sensors by
super mod
scanning
version
asteroid
3 on here,
Amagon
which adds a
for
bunch of
compositional
effects and
analysis.
just kind of packs a bunch of mods into one. We'll look at some of the other features of it a little later on in this video. So
Your orders, Captain?
we'll target the. We can take control ourselves. We hit spacebar here. We can look, and then we can control the ship with the keyboard, or we can just sit in our captain's chair and
Your
let
orders, sir?
the persons whose job it is do it. You can also, when you target a ship or a station, you can target specific systems on there, which is useful. So we'll just target it. Will phasers only and destroy it.
Engaging to destroy, Captain.
And you can also give him maneuvering instructions and tactic instructions. It's nice. Okay, this is going to take forever. We're just going to target it ourselves. Interesting. I think this is part of the shakedown cruise. We're going to smash into it. Okay, I can't drive. I can't drive.
Captain?
That part is obvious. Destroy it.
Engaging to destroy,
Captain,
Captain.
we should test our sensors by scanning the asteroid Amagon.
Oops, I'm doing the wrong
Yes,
thing. I
Captain.
apologize. I'm a bad captain.
Disengaging. Yes,
But that's
Captain.
okay, because my crew
Your
makes up
orders,
for it.
sir.
So we'll scan the object.
Initiating
There we go.
scan. The asteroid is comprised of some nickel and something else.
Something else? Hardly a scientific appraisal.
I can't tell, Commander.
Yeah, I see
The
the
nickel
lady that
easily
was standing
stands
over
out.
there earlier.
The
Oh, and also
sensors are
Brex has
having
gone
trouble
to fix
identifying
the
rest of the asteroid's
stuff.
composition. It's like all my readings are being bounced back at me.
Ensign, hail Chief Brex in engineering.
So we'll get
On
him up on
screen.
screen here.
Yes, Commander?
Chief, we're experiencing problems with the sensors.
I know. I think it's the enhanced deflector.
Doesn't enhanced usually mean better?
It is better in most respects. It has upgraded EM scanners, both wide and narrow angle.
So yeah, even the
gravimetric
dialogue in this game
distortion
is less,
package has been updated with the
I don't want to
latest
say
imaging
official,
data
less
available.
militaristic,
Results, please,
less
Chief.
I'll boost the warp-core intermix ratios to
structural,
generate more
like
power to make
commanding.
full
It's
use
more
of the enhanced
casual. Like these are
deflector
actually
and the lateral
people.
sensor pallets.
Very well written. It's nice to have your own crew. It's very nice. I missed out on what he said.
Much better.
Okay, there we go.
The imaging is clearing up. I'm reading 45% nickel, 22% uranium composite, 13% iron.
It is
and
weird that your
20%
neck
ice.
spins 180
Sounds like
degrees
we've got our
around.
sensors working. Captain, the range is ours. We should commence phaser testing. When we hit the asteroid, Savoy Station will send us telemetry we can use to align the targeting systems. Red alert!
Oh, you can also alert. Put the ship on different alerts.
Your
We're on
orders,
red alert
Captain?
now but we can also go to
Stand-down
yellow
weapons.
and green.
All stations, yellow alert. Red alert, shields up.
Your orders, sir?
You can target this. I like that the game lets you do whatever you
Captain?
want, so if I wanted to, I could just put Brex on screen. I could,
Yes, sir.
contact Starfleet.
Contacting Starfleet.
You know, most of the time there's not going to be an answer, but you can give
One
the order.
moment. Admiral Liu is responding.
See? That's awesome.
I don't have time right now.
You have a lot of freedom as the captain. Like, the game actually
Yes, sir.
gives you the freedom you expect as
Engaging to destroy, Captain.
the captain of the,
Rex, what's going on with my phasers?
Yeah, exactly.
All the
The
arrays
phasers
are
are
firing
broken.
randomly.
And
I'm working
they
on
were
it.
broken
Just
when I
keep
tried
firing
firing
so I
them
can trace the
earlier.
problem.
Which was really nice. So the,
Yes,
the
Captain?
systems are actually... I don't want to talk to you right now. Systems are actually broken. It wasn't just like they turned on the braking part of it
Falling
The
back.
for,
problem's
attack
localized
for
in the
this
phaser
specific part of the
function
mission.
command processor. The rewritable symbolic code algorithms aren't calculating the proper targeting vectors. I'll have to overwrite the old command algorithms and replace them with new ones.
Do it, Brex. Let's keep getting distracted. There
That
he
should
is.
do it.
That's
Shall
not
we move on
anybody,
with the
but I
next
just heard
item on our checklist?
the door open.
We're scheduled to test quantum torpedoes and regenerative shields next.
Okay.
Captain, I have another vessel on an intercept course. It's the Geronimo.
Incoming message from the Geronimo, sir.
Open a channel, Ensign.
Aye, sir. On screen.
Ah,
Greetings, Commander. Oh, I mean, Captain. I'm Captain Gregory McRae. It looks like we're just in time.
On
the voice
time.
acting's okay. The voice acting for
sorry,
your crew
Captain
is a lot
McRae,
better
I'm not
than
sure
it
what you
is
mean.
for the
For your tactical
guests with
systems tests,
with a couple
we could help you out with a wee
couple
exercise for
notable
both our
exceptions.
Just what exercise did you have in mind?
You can't expect to test those systems properly on a few floating rocks. What you need is a moving target, one that'll bite you back.
Is that a challenge, Captain McRae?
Aye, Commander. That would be the proper term for it, a challenge. So what you say to a little friendly war game?
I'm not sure what the correct protocol is here, Captain, but we're ready if you want to take on the Geronimo.
All right, we'll do it.
Excellent, Captain. I'll have my tactical officer switch to simulation mode immediately. Shall we begin?
The combat in this
That's
game
fine,
is
Captain
tough,
McRae.
especially
We'll be
for
ready
me. I'm
for
not
you.
really.
Felix, switch to
I put a lot of
tactical
faith in my
simulation
crew, and
mode.
maybe I shouldn't
Aye,
because
Commander.
the AI is
Simulation mode activated.
good, but you got to
Entering
be on
combat
top of it
simulations.
because there's a
Weapons
lot
set
of different people to
1/10
talk
power.
to.
Loading dummy Mark IV torpedo casings.
Ready to engage, sir.
I can't believe they gave a sovereign
Yes,
to
Captain?
someone who would turn away from combat.
Engaging to destroy, Captain.
Maneuvers, maintain distance, and
Yes, sir.
let's power up the shields and the weapons.
I heard you were quite a fighter, but lacking experience. I'd be happy to give you advice on the finer points
Yes,
of
sir.
tactical combat.
Loading quantum
Change.
torpedo, sir.
Torpedo.
You may want to practice
Target
more
at
with the
will,
aft torpedo
not
tubes.
failures only.
They're trickier to use than the forward tubes, but can save your arse in a pinch.
Their bottom shield is draining, sir.
Okay, how do I
Finding a
fire?
forward
Sir,
torpedo
we are
tube.
draining their top shield.
Is he firing? Is he firing the torpedoes? He should be firing the torpedoes. I don't know the button. There's not a button. We haven't fired torpedoes yet. Can I fire torpedoes?
If this were real, we would be taking severe damage to all
Huh,
decks.
that's my ship
Sir,
right now?
We are not
That
yet
hit
ready
destroyed
to
our
engage.
ship.
Yes, sir.
Ending simulation.
A good match, Captain. Try to remember it takes more than a big gun to win a ship.
Okay, that was my fault. That was my fault.
Experience
I
and
don't
skill
know.
will
I forgot
always
how to
triumph.
fire torpedoes, which is stupid, but I did.
2 Klingon birds of prey decloaking dead ahead. One of them appears to be Captain Draxon's ship, the Rancouv.
Their
Sir,
weapons are
we
set to
not yet ready
simulation
to
mode as well.
engage.
Is this part of the exercise?
Captain?
Sir, message from the Klingons. Yes, sir?
Allies, we could
Interesting.
not resist the opportunity to join your brave games. Let us dispense with the
Your
formalities
orders, sir?
and test our true metal under fire.
Sir, the Geronimo is pulling back.
Incoming audio-only transmission from the Geronimo, Captain. On speakers.
Sovereign, we are staying out of this one. Enjoy.
What?
Entering combat simulation. Weapons set to 1/10 power. Loading dummy Mark IV torpedo casings.
Ready to engage, sir.
Okay, destroy it.
Engaging to destroy, Captain.
Fire torpedoes, please. Okay, I actually have to look because I'm gonna lose if I don't. Controls. Control D is self-destruct? Oh, we gotta use that later. Ah. X.
Excellent shot, Captain.
Captain, the Bolwee has recorded a simulated warp core bridge. They're standing down.
You've done well to defeat the Bullwheat. Down to inexperience.
X.
Prepare yourself, Captain.
X.
Now I come for you.
Sir, the Rancouv has reported
Sir,
sufficient
we are not
simulated
yet
hull
ready
bridges
to
to warrant
engage.
destruction. Ending simulation.
Oh, sweet, did we
Incoming
win?
message from the Klingons.
Captain, I salute you. Your ship and crew fight well. So, the rumors are true. Starfleet does have warriors in its ranks. It has been an honor, Captain. Perhaps we will meet again on the field of battle. Now I must return to my duties. Kapla!
So a little bit of war games. That's kind of fun. And they're off.
The Klingon ships have left the system.
That's a hell of a way to test a new ship at the end of its shakedown cruise.
No kidding.
Ensign, open a channel.
What?
Captain McCrae,
What?
what's your status?
What? Is that a...
Well, Sovereign,
That's...
that was a good bit of fighting.
I've never seen
Our
that before.
systems are
That's
coming back
really...
online. I'll see you back
Okay.
at the starbase.
Going to ignore that. I hope she gets up and walks away. She just had a little too much to
The
drink.
Geronimo has left the system.
That completes our checklist, Captain. The Sovereign is an incredible ship, and
Weird.
the crew performed admirably. You should be proud.
I am,
will
even though we
relay
lost
our
against
current
the Geronimo.
status to Starfleet Command.
Incoming message from Starfleet. On screen.
It's actually a lot of... Whoa,
I
jeez,
see
mouse.
from your first officer's report
It's actually a lot of
that
kind of
everything on
sitting
the Sovereign
around.
is in working
You're
order.
literally sitting in the
The
chair.
relief efforts in the
The whole
Vesuvi
game.
system are still proceeding.
It's
Now
a
that
little
our people
slow.
are safe,
It can get a little
we've
slow,
sent
but
in a
it's...
science
I think
vessel
it's
to try to
accurate.
determine
It's one of
what
the more
caused the
accurate
solar
Stargate games...
pulse.
Or
The
Stargate...
USS Berkeley,
Star
in
Trek
command of
games
Captain
that I've
Elizabeth
ever
Haley,
played.
is leading the investigation with the help of Commander Data from the Enterprise.
What was that?
Because of extremely
Who?
high
From the
radiation
what?
levels, they've been having difficulty in penetrating the residual gas clouds. The more powerful shielding on the Sovereign will be helpful in the investigation. Commander Data will join you to assist the science team in the search for the cause of the
Yes,
incident.
that's right. There
Rendezvous
are
with the
guest
Berkeley
appearances
Vesuvi
in the
system.
game.
Once Commander Data is on board, he will give you further instructions. View out.
Yes, Captain?
Set course for the Vesuvi system.
Course laid in.
And warp.
Aye, Captain.
So yeah, there are, and that's where the voice acting kind of gets a little better. It's weird how the cast of Star Trek was like really around for a lot of the video games. I know that there was some in Elite Force, and Captain Picard's in this game as well earlier on, I think.
We've
And
arrived in the Vesuvi system, sir.
Star Trek Armada and
Sir,
things like that.
I'm reading a Romulan
They're actually
warbird
really
on the
good
other
for
side of the
reprising their
planet.
roles, and it's nice
It
to have
looks
these
like
little
she's
guest
preparing
appearances.
to
They don't
warp.
feel
Track its course.
too
Aye,
forced,
Commander. One moment. The
but
warbird is heading to the Vesuvi dust cloud.
it is kind of
That's
weird
the
that they
same way
would
we're going.
leave the
Let's
Enterprise
follow.
to go
Course laid
do
in for
this
the
and
dust
that,
cloud.
but it's still it's a nice touch. As a fan of the show, it's nice. It's not too outlandish. Sorry,
Yes,
I forgot. What are we
Captain?
doing? Meet with the Berkeley.
We are to meet with the USS Berkeley in the
we-
Yes,
Vesuvi
Captain?
dust cloud,
Are they here?
where we will pick up Commander Data.
Course
There we
laid
go.
in. Aye, Captain.
I mean, I know that this is a non-linear game. I think the only complaint about it, and this is just from I wish that I had the ultimate Star Trek game, is that you had the entire sort of like Alpha Quadrant or whatever to roam around and just go wherever you wanted, so you just didn't have like a choice of like 2 places at a time to set a course to. The MMO is a little better about it, but it feels a little arcadey, and this feels like Star Trek to me. Also, I wasn't paying attention again. We should probably just hail the Berkeley.
Channel open.
Ah.
Greetings, Captain.
That looks
I'm
like
Elizabeth
Commander
Haley,
Shepard.
Captain of the Berkeley. I'm glad you're here.
What is she doing
Commander
here?
Data is prepared to beam over.
Lowering shields for transport. Commander Data has beamed aboard, sir.
It's been frustrating trying to wade through the dense cloud of radiation and dust left from the Vesuvi event. I'm sure you'll have greater success with your newly enhanced deflector and sensor palettes.
This star gave every indication it was going to last another 10 billion years. We hoped that by scanning some of the ejected surface debris from the face of the star, we might be able to
he's
piece
seen
together
better
what
days.
happened.
He's looked a little better,
I believe
but
Commander Data can
it's definitely
elaborate.
him.
Yes, I can. We managed to triangulate possible locations of the star's debris, but were unable to get close enough to scan the dust cloud with any success.
Welcome aboard, Commander.
That was awful. I don't know what that noise was.
Thank you. Continue.
So you have this guest
As we
chair
went
where
deeper into the cloud,
your
radiation levels
the different guest
increased
stars will
and
sit
were a
depending on
constant drain on
the mission and
shields.
the episode.
After 3 attempts, the Berkeley fell back to its current position and contacted Starfleet for a ship with stronger shielding.
We're
that's
hoping
us.
the Sovereign can get in there and collect the information we need to further our studies.
Chief, what do you think?
Well, it'll definitely be a balancing act, Commander. The radiation will be a significant drain on the Sovereign shields, but I think I can buy us enough time to scan for the star's debris.
Great. We're transmitting the information we've already gathered to you now. I'm confident you and Commander Data will be able to finish the job.
Thank you, Captain. I'm receiving the data now.
I look
Data's
forward
receiving
to seeing
data.
your results. We'll see you when you get back. Haley out.
Commander Data, it's an honor to have you aboard. I recently read your article on the history of the positronic brain. Your insights on Isaac Asimov's theories were fascinating.
Thank you, Commander.
See, it's nice. This isn't a cutscene.
Sensors
They're just
have
talking to
revealed
each
several
other.
large masses at the center of the cloud, either pieces of the star's outer shell or fragments of the inner planets. We will need to get closer to get the imaging readings of the stellar debris.
And see, we're just
I've
imaging,
isolated
like
4
we're just getting
regions
we're
of the
getting
dust
imaging
cloud
readings.
that
We're
might
not like
contain
going to the
stellar
forefront of a
debris on the face
battle.
the star. They are entered into the con.
Confirmed. Courses to 4 nav points have been plotted. We can go to any of these points to begin our search.
Then we're set. Shall we head in, Captain?
We're just literally setting course and exploring different parts of the system. It's great. This, again, it feels
Your orders,
like
sir.
Star Trek. Nav points. There we go.
Yes, sir.
And we're getting close. He
Entering
just
the
sits there.
dust
He's
cloud.
just with
Yes.
us, and
Captain, sensors have revealed several large masses at the center of the cloud.
Your orders, sir?
Either pieces of the
We can just
star's
talk to
outer
him.
shell or fragments of the inner planets. We will need to get closer to get the imaging readings of the stellar debris.
so we get close enough, and then we.
Captain?
Oops, wrong person. We get
Captain?
Miguel to scan the debris,
Initiating scan.
and he does his job.
Sensors indicate
It's great.
this is a remnant of one of the planets. This is not the stellar debris we are looking for. Captain, there are still fragments which have not yet been scanned. One of them could be the stellar debris we are looking for.
So we go to the next and the next and the next, and eventually enemies show up. I think that that's all that I'm going to show from the single-player campaign, but it is great, and it gets challenging later on if you don't know what you're doing tactically. It's a tough game, but it's fun, and it feels like Star Trek. So to feel not like Star Trek, we are going to go to another feature this game has to offer, which is the quick battle. And I actually crashed the game because I got a little too happy. But you can just load in any ships, and thanks to the mod that I have, there are a ton of ships. Oh, hang on. There we go. I forgot to turn on the stock ships and stock systems and stuff. The ships that the game comes with, for some reason, are off by default with the mod on. But you have a ton of ships. There's just so many random things to choose from, and you can just put them in as enemies or as friendlies, and you can just, we're gonna grab a couple Romulan warbirds, set their level to medium, and add them as enemies. We'll grab a couple Klingon ships. It's just screw it, they're enemies. And then you can grab named ships from the show that just people have made, the mods that they've made. Like the Galaxy Dreadnought, the one with the third nacelle on top, which is nuts. And warships, but we want a couple non-Galaxy ships, like Prometheus, Shore, even though it's a science vessel. Freaking Sovereign class. I've never seen this class of ship before. Screw it, it's going on. And a Ferengi ship, sure, it can help us out. There are just so many. The Kelvin refit, and we're gonna fight. We're gonna lose if we fight. Okay, we'll do one. Oh, and hopefully this doesn't crash. We'll do one that's just ships, and then depending on how that goes, we'll just add another Cardassian ship. And you can choose where you want to start. Deep space is probably the best, but you can go to like any location that the game has to offer, and there's a couple extras in there, and then we will be on the Sovereign. Good? Let's see if this loads. Like I said, I crashed it. I got a little too happy, added a little too many ships. I don't know where I got on this last time, but we'll see. Yes. Okay, so there they all are. They're immediately going to start fighting each other. And oh man, our ship. I wish that I chose the wrong ship. We're in the Galaxy class. Captain? I meant to go Sovereign. We'll just target and destroy.
Engaging to destroy, Captain.
So all of these ships.
Top shield has failed.
Okay. Top shield has failed already.
Target hull integrity 75%.
Yes. Okay. He's firing torpedoes. That's good.
Captain,
simulated enemy ship has been destroyed.
We got one. We got one. Go to the next warbird. Destroy that one too. And you can just kind of go here for the sake of the camera and.
Simulated enemy ship has been destroyed.
Man, I'm trying to figure out how to do the free camera.
Yes,
what
sir?
else do we got? It just exploded.
Enemy ship has been destroyed.
Perfect.
That's it. We got him.
Your orders, Captain?
End it, and we can set up another thing. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're definitely going to change us to nope, not that. To the Federation, Sovereign. Actually, it might be kind of fun to do something. Oh yeah, there was a weird one. Yeah, that's gonna be us. There was a weird one I saw. Where is it? The named... It's gonna be... We're gonna have to grab a couple more friendlies here. It was a named ship. It was... in the Galaxy. Was it? Enterprise F. What is that? We'll add it, but I don't know what that is. We'll add two of them. Against a... Scroll up and up and up and up. There's just so many ships. Against a Borg cube. Okay. Here goes. So there's all the ships. Oh, now it's working. And there's the freaking... Oh, sorry. Kind of hung it for a little bit. There's the Borg freaking cube. So we're going to target it, and we're just going to destroy it.
Engaging to destroy, Captain.
Target at will. We're going to switch to quantum torpedoes. Do we have quantum torpedoes? Fire full. We may not have. You can see that the effects are pretty cool. I think you can only do free camera when you don't have a... and you can kind of flip around. You can only do free camera when you don't have a target, so... You can look around, you can zoom in on the target from here and just see all those ships just going and going and going at it. What does the Enterprise F look like? That's kind of weird. Anyway. Come on! We got half of them. Oh, we're not even in attack range yet. Come on, man. My computer's definitely lagging out. The game was not meant to handle this many ships at once. I think it's kind of on its last stretch.
The hull is severely damaged. Sir.
Yeah, it is. Come on, just blow up, blow up, blow up. Then we can end this nightmare of a lag fest. Yeah. There it goes. There it goes.
Simulated enemy ship has been destroyed.
And so has my frame rate. All right, everybody. Oh, God.
Yes, Captain?
We're gonna get out of here. Oh, wow. Oh. Alright, thank you so much for joining me for Throwback Thursday. This has been Star Trek Bridge Commander, a great game supported by a passionate mod community, and while it's getting on in years and can't really handle the stress that modders put on it, I highly recommend it for the single-player campaign. The multiplayer is a lot of fun too, even though I didn't show it, because it's Captain v Captain and your buddies are, yeah, you're just fighting your buddies. The quick battle mode is nice, but can't stress too much or else it overloads itself. But yeah, good fun, good writing, good guest cast. Doesn't look too bad considering its age. If you can get a hold of it, I will put some kind of link in the description if I can find one. Please like the video if you enjoyed what you saw, and subscribe if you want to see more. Until next time, everybody. Oh right, there was one more thing. Had to do with self-destruct.
The ship has been destroyed.